and jump off in this Lego life.
All right, man. Legal Life, back again. Another little quick video for y'all. I wanted to get into this topic because I've been seeing it pop up a lot. People discussing it, and you have a lot of mixed reviews and mixed feelings on it. This is just my personal feelings with the whole entire subject. So, should you modify your carry gun? Now, a lot of people are going to tell you no. Some people are going to tell you yes. It's a lot of mixed reviews on it. So, for me personally, I'm going to say, as you can see, I have a Glock 43 here. Completely modified, aftermarket slide, barrel, compensator, dot, trigger, and magazine. Now, I'm going to say yes. Now, I'm going to go over a couple quick things with it because there are certain things that are going to affect the reliability of your pistol, and that is overall the most important thing for me personally is the reliability. So the setup as you see it here now, we're going to start from the front and work our way back. Compensators. Now compensators, it's a mixed bag. You might get some people who say, oh, they don't work for shit, and you always have stovepipes and all this other thing. Me personally, the compensator on here, Arc Division's compensator, never gave me one problem. I've never had a malfunction due to this compensator. I've never had a malfunction due to this barrel. True Precision, aftermarket threaded barrel. These two together, it works. You're going to have to test it. You're going to have to go out there and put rounds through it. You carry rounds, whatever rounds you're carrying with. These are SIG, can't remember the exact model. They're 147 grain. But you're going to have to put rounds through it. You're going to have to make sure it's working. It's actually in tune with your recoil springs and everything. I'm running a stock recoil spring on here. So with the comp, with the aftermarket barrel, with an aftermarket slide, with the lightning cuts, I shot it without the dot on it. So that's with less weight, but no malfunctions due to that. Dot, you're obviously going to add weight to the back, but the lightning cuts probably make up for that. So this little bit of construction I put together here, it works. I've tested it. I've never had any malfunctions due to anything. To be honest, the only malfunctions I've ever really had with this platform in general are going to be magazine related. Now, this is where the magazine part is going to come in. Aftermarket magazines. This is Shield Arms 9-round Glock 43 magazine. I had reliability issues with this. I've had reliability issues with the ETS. And it's not to say it's all the time, but it was a spring issue because the last rounds weren't feeding. They weren't pushing up into the chamber, and it would just leave you with no round in the chamber and one round left in your magazine. So that's the biggest issue I've had so far with modifying my carry gun. I know everybody's different. Everybody's going to look at it a different way. Everybody's going to have a different experience based off of what they put on their gun and the gun that they're using. This is one sample size. Everybody's different. Every gun's different. So with this 43, aftermarket magazines, I've had malfunctions. Now, just failure to feed last rounds. I got it sorted out. It happened again. But overall, I trust this magazine. 9-round magazine. Worst comes to worst, I run out, I'd carry a spare magazine on me, OEM with the base plate, 8 rounds. So that to me is not really the biggest problem. My bigger problem would be now if I'm having stovepipes and the rounds aren't feeding and it's something to do with the aftermarket barrel or maybe the compensator. Never had no problem like that. Now triggers. As far as triggers go, me personally, I'm not going to get a carry gun, a Glock, or whatever with no safety. For no gun at all, I don't care if it's a safety gun, it has a safety on it, doesn't have a safety, trigger safety, whatever it is. I think my specific weight for a carry trigger is no lower than around maybe 3.5 to 4 pounds. That's as low as I'm willing to go. 4 pounds, preferably. 4.5, I'm cool with that. But I say anything under that, you're getting into that competition style trigger, and a 2-pound trigger on a carry gun to me is something I'm not willing to do. I don't want to crack off a round when I'm really not intending to, and I just really don't care for it. I'd rather have a little bit heavier trigger pull, consistent, but it works. Everybody's gonna be different with it. I know a lot of people will say the same thing. You don't prefer a light trigger in your carry gun. I don't. This trigger in here, we're gonna make sure it's clear. This trigger in here, it got a lot of take up. So I'm not worried about it accidentally going off and it's a trigger where barely any movement and then the wall is gonna break. No, this trigger got a lot of take up, and then even when you get on the wall, it's about a 4.5 pound trigger. Not bad in terms of weight. Not bad in terms of travel. For me, on a carry gun, like, everybody's going to be different with it. Everybody's going to have a different opinion. But on a carry gun, I don't want a real short, light trigger. It's not for me, put it that way. But as far as modifying your carry gun goes, you got to make sure these parts work. As long as you test it, it's reliable, you're willing to bet your life on what your setup is and how you have it, you should be good to go. In my opinion, that's just me. If you feel a different way, let me know in the comments. But modify them, don't modify them, carry them stock. You can do whatever you guys want to do out there. As far as they say they'll use it against you in court and all that, I've yet to really see it. And if it does happen, I'm pretty sure the person in that situation will know about it. But I don't see them coming after you for enhancements to your gun that inherently will make you, maybe, I wouldn't say a better shot, but me throwing the compensator in this whole setup right here, my follow-up shots are faster in a tighter group immediately. Better than the original. So for me, it's an improvement. For other people, it might not be. You're going to have to go out there. You're going to have to do your research. You're going to have to put the rounds through the gun. You're going to have to actually practice and get out there and make sure all these parts are going to work with each other. You got different tolerances, different companies. Everybody makes this shit just a little bit different. So make sure you get out there, test these guns. Let me know in the comments, should you modify your carry gun? I'm going to go with yes, but make sure it's reliable. Key point, reliability. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Legal Life, I'm out of here.